Hey ladies, welcome back to another episode on the Weight Loss for Women 40 Plus podcast. Now today we are going through the top 3 exercise mistakes we see people make when they're trying to lose their next 10 kilos. It's crazy. These are very common. Number 1 is focusing on body weight exercises only, even just majority body weight exercises. So if you don't know what I mean, there's kind of 2 realms of exercise. There's like resistance training, so that's going to have extra resistance, such as resistance bands, cable machines, gym machines, dumbbells, barbells, anything that's going to add resistance. You could even fill up bloody milk bottles and, lug those around. And that would be extra resistance. So bodyweight exercises is literally you just squatting up and down doing fairly sweet fuck all. It's not going to do as much as resistance training. So this is probably the number 1 mistake we see people are making, trying to lose the next 1, 5, 10, 20, 30 kilograms. They're doing at-home workouts with no equipment. Like, yes, air squats suck. It's going to burn your quads out. But that's about the only exercise that you can do body weight besides push-ups, really. And maybe some tricep dips. But really, anything else, it's virtually impossible to get enough of a workout if you're not doing some little bit extra resistance. The reason why we don't want to just do bodyweight exercise is because a lot of the time you're not actually going to be burning enough calories or putting enough, let me retract that. You're not going to be actually putting enough resistance through the muscle to elicit muscle growth. Now, there's going to be, PTs out there that say you're going to be toning up and that, you're sweating, so you're toning as you go. Let me explain something. Toning muscle, all that means is revealing muscle. So if you want to go from not seeing any definition to seeing some definition, I'm sorry, ladies, that's not the exercise. That's the fat loss. The only way that you're going to get less fat is by removing the fat off your body. That's it. There's no specific exercise like, okay, if I do these like ab crunches, I'm going to tone up through the midsection. I'm like, well, no, you're going to get stronger abs, and that's about it. You might build a tiny, tiny bit of muscle, but that's about it. So people get caught up in thinking like, oh, I'm just going to do specific types of exercises and lots of body weight, because if I do body weight, I can do higher reps, and the higher the reps, the more toning that it is. Incorrect. That is not how toning works. The only way that you can tone is by making sure you're in a calorie deficit, you're losing body fat, and you're getting leaner. There's less body fat on you. Because here's the thing, you could do the exact same exercises, but in a calorie surplus, and you just get fatter. So that tells us that the exercise that you do isn't the be-all and end-all solution. Remember, you can't out-train a bad diet. You would have to do 3 to 4 workouts a day to out-train a bad diet. Let me explain. Remember, exercise only burns like 10 to 15% of your total calories that you burn. So if you burn 2,000 calories in a full day and you do the hardest workout that you've ever done in your life for 20, 30 minutes, you've only burned around 300 calories. The hardest workout you've ever done in your life for 30 minutes only burns 300 calories. That's crazy. You burn 2,000 calories in a whole day. That means about 15% of your whole day comes from exercise. So if you're eating like a bit of an asshole, eating terribly or overeating, and you're only exercising every kind of second or third day, 3 times a week, well, it doesn't matter how much you exercise in that 30 minutes, you're only going to burn 300 calories. And if you're going over your calories every day, you cannot out-train the bad diet. So this is why the exercise doesn't matter. You can do ab crunches and eat in a calorie surplus and get fatter. You can do ab crunches and eat in a calorie deficit and get leaner. That tells us the exercise isn't the thing that gets you leaner. It's the food. So food, literally is going to attribute most of this result. 80, 90% of the result comes from food. So don't get bogged down on just doing body weight. If we actually want to get stronger, more bone density, if we want to be, more well-rounded with our fitness, we want to add some strength training, some resistance to it. Now, you don't have to go get a gym set up. This could be some 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 10 kilogram dumbbells. Add them into your squats. Maybe a little barbell. Add that into your squats. Now we're getting more bang for our buck. So thinking bodyweight exercise is your solution, we'll just put a bubble in that. Pop that bubble. Number 2, not including daily walking is one of the other big exercise mistakes people make when trying to lose that next kind of 5, 10 plus kilos. Like I just mentioned before, if you can't out-train a bad diet. Like if you were exercising, 3 times a week, you've got to make sure that you're at least doing 5 to 10,000 steps per day. Remember, if you burn 2,000 calories in a day and you don't, actually, you won't even burn 2,000 calories in a day if you don't do some daily walking. Let's say you burn 1,500 calories in a day. You have a very sedentary job, like very sedentary, and you eat 1,500 calories. You've got breakfast, lunch, and dinner, 500 calories each. You eat 1,500 calories, you burn 1,500 calories. Will you gain weight, lose weight, or stay the same? So 1,500 minus 1,500 equals 0. That means you would stay exactly the same. You're eating healthy, you're eating a healthy breakfast, a healthy lunch, and a healthy dinner. But if you're not walking each day, you're not going to burn that extra kind of 300-400 calories per day. So this is, if you can start to see the equation, if you're going to burn 2,000 calories per day, 1,500 is probably going to be just from being alive and really no movement. Another 300 to 400 is going to come from walking, doing that 5 to 10,000 steps per day. Now we're up to 1,900. Another 300 is going to come from exercise. If you do 20 minutes of exercise in a day, of actual exercise, not just walking, now we're up to like 2,200. So 2,200 you burn, 1,500 you eat. That's a minus 700 calorie deficit. There are 7,700 calories in 1 kilogram of body fat. So if you're in a 700 calorie deficit and you want to burn 1 kilogram of body fat, 7,700 calories divided by 700 is 11. It would take you 11 days to burn 1 kilogram of body fat in a minus 700 calorie deficit. Can you see that if your food is not good, it's going to be very, very difficult to see any sort of progress? So many ladies that we work with are getting stuck because at the start of their journey, because they're like, oh, if I just, exercise more, and if I just hit 10,000 steps a day, I'll lose weight. I'm like, well, no, you won't just lose weight unless we get the food right. And number 3 exercise mistakes, the third one that we see people make is thinking an in-person gym personal trainer is going to solve their weight problems. Let's go back to what we just said. If you're not eating right and you hire a personal trainer for $100 a session and you're doing 3 sessions a week, $300 a week, $15,000 per year, if you're spending all this money on in-person personal training and your food's not right, it's an absolute waste of bloody time. Absolute waste of time. Because remember, losing this body fat, losing the next 10 kilograms is actually about being in a calorie deficit. I would rather pay a coach that looks after my food online than pay an in-person personal trainer. The only times I'd get a PT in person is if I've busted my body up and I keep injuring myself and I need someone to show me how to do the exercises properly, which is like 10% of people. It's not a massive component of people. Or I need help with my physical therapy or rehabilitation. That is it. But apart from that, exercise isn't the solution. So if you're going to a personal trainer because they're working you out, whether you work out at home with some dumbbells for half an hour and burn, or 45 minutes and burn 300 calories, or you work out at a gym with the personal trainer for half an hour, 45 minutes and burn another 300 calories. At home, I burnt 300 calories for free. At the gym, I burnt 300 calories for $100. I don't know about you, but that doesn't make sense to me. Unless for the latter reason, as in you're injured all the time and you need actual help running through the technique and the exercise. Ladies, there's kind of three ways to seek out help. You can do the boot camp stuff, and it's like cheap as chips, $30, $50 an hour boot camp. And it's fun and it's mainly social. Like, you're not really getting a lot out of it. They don't keep you accountable. There's no food. It's come, do your class. All right, see you next week or see you tomorrow type thing. It's mainly for the fun aspect of it. That's classes, boot camps, inside, outside. And then you've got at the other end of the scale, you've got your personal trainers. The one-on-one, it's like highly specific. They're going to work on specific techniques, stuff like this. And you're going to spend like $100 a session. 1, 2, $300 a week. It's going to cost you even up to $400 a week. I've had some people train with me when I was PTing once upon a time ago, like 3, 4, 5 times a week. I was like, fuck, if you want to spend $500 a week, all right, go crazy. And then you've got We Do, it's like in the middle. It's like between those two. And we're going to look after your food, look after the exercise, look after the sleep, look after the metabolism, set everything out for you, and make sure you are focusing on the right levers to get the result. Because we know that just having a personal trainer and, working out the gym, you could do that at home for free. You could save so much money. You could go for a walk for 60 minutes and burn 300 calories. No different to working out with a personal trainer. Look, don't get me wrong. Some people love it. It's really for them. Some people, it's not for them. If you're trying to save money and lose weight, probably not the best way to do it, in my opinion. But those are the 3 exercise mistakes that we see people make trying to lose the next 5 to 10 kilograms. They're doing bodyweight exercises only. They're not including daily walks, and they're thinking PT is going to solve all their weight problems. Ladies, we have a program that solves all these problems, and you can do it at home, and you don't even need a gym membership for it. Mind you, I do like the gym. I like going to the gym. I don't have a personal trainer because I know what I'm doing. But I like the vibe. It gets me out of the house. Some people love it. Some people hate it. But if you're looking for that extra help and you need help with overcoming what's going on with the food, the exercise mistakes, and look, you've been battling to lose that next 0.5 to 1 kilogram per week, then send in an application form. Get in touch with us. Jump on the socials. I've got a free Facebook group, got like nearly 12,000 members in there. Jump in there. I put in some trainings in there every week, 1 to 2 a week to help you out. I've got a YouTube channel. Check that out. I'm putting the trainings up there as well. Or you can see me on socials, Josh Humphries or Bliss Body U, for lots of free, short, little bits of content. I give away freebies and meal plans, stuff like that. But if you're like, cool, I've seen all that stuff, I really need the one-on-one help now. I need the VIP transformation program where you're spitting out all those before and after photos. Then how you apply for that is send me a message on Instagram or Facebook to say, hey, heard the podcast, what's the program? Or you can find the application form on my socials, in the bio, or on our website, blissbodyu.com.au. Ladies, lots of love. Keep kicking your goals, and I'm going to catch you in the next episode.